Governor Rick Scott today calling on FBI Director Christopher Wray to resign after the Bureau admitted it failed to follow up on that tip about the alleged gunman in the Parkland High School massacre. It has been a very bad week for Wray, who on Tuesday used his testimony before the House Intelligence Committee to make the outlandish claim he saw no anti-Trump sentiment at the FBI.
Encourage our folks not to get too hung up on what I consider to be the noise on TV and in social media.
So you haven't seen any evidence of some sort of inherent political bias in the agency?
No.
So he doesn't see any bias, and his FBI doesn't bother to follow up on a tip that could have saved so many lives. Should he be running that organization right now? Joining me, retired FBI Special Agent Bobby Chacon. Bobby, I mean, you worked at the FBI. What's the difference between when you were there and how it is now?
Well, I'll tell you, Trish, I spent 27 years as an FBI agent in the street. In 27 years, I spent a total of 2 days inside FBI headquarters. I'm not a headquarters guy. I'm not here to justify the behavior of a group that rose to the top of headquarters and had those political biases without question. Those people are being removed. It's taking far too long, but that group of people that kind of subjugated FBI headquarters and co-opted the top leadership positions of FBI headquarters are on their way out.
Some of them, but
some of them.
I mean, Christopher Wray doesn't even see the bias. Here you are saying, there's bias. We all saw the bias, right? You've seen the text between Lisa and Peter. It's clear there was bias.
It's almost undeniable.
And yet Christopher Wray is sitting there with a straight face saying, no, none of that. Haven't seen it. So if he doesn't even recognize that, I just question whether he can actually do the job.
I wasn't in favor of him when he was nominated, but right now I think we just need a little consistent leadership at the top, and I don't agree that he should step down for the governor of Florida getting his political pound of flesh. I prefer not.
It's a political pound of flesh. I mean, Bobby, for goodness sakes, they didn't do their job. I mean, they didn't even. You could have just entered Nicholas Cruz into a Facebook search and tried to figure out who he was. They didn't.
Right, but
even
Director
try
Wray
that.
didn't do that.
Right, but isn't he accountable for the organization itself? Or maybe this is perhaps blame that should still be put on Comey, and this was Comey's FBI. I mean, I just look at it and say, look, they're so busy focusing on that Russian dossier, and they're not actually doing what they need to do, Bobby.
Well, in this specific situation, I think that they need to find out who made the huge mistake of not dealing with that information that they got, and that person needs to be disciplined and terminated.
Fired forever with no pension.
It could be, and that might be the case, and that might happen. But I think right now,
because nobody bothered to follow up on that term. Okay.
Well, and nobody at the school level who knew this kid was a danger, and the local sheriff who was at the kid's house for 39 times in recent years didn't talk to the school, who knew he was much of a danger and kicked him off campus, and knew he was a danger and told their faculty, don't let him back on campus with a backpack. So you had people at the local level who actually knew this kid was a danger, and nothing was done at that level either. So there's a lot, there's a lot of blame to go around. I'm not excusing what happened at the FBI at all, but for years this kid was a problem. For years those students and friends and neighbors knew this kid was a problem. The police were at his house 39 times. They knew it was a problem. He was introducing himself as a school shooter.
We need to start thinking long and hard about whether or not we allow these crazy people to be free to walk the streets and harm us the way this guy did. I think we need to think long and hard about this society that we live in that's so trusting and so forgiving. And, Bobby, somebody should have alerted a whole lot of people along the way, because he belonged in a mental health institution, not with the people that are clamoring for shoot up the school.
The people that are clamoring for new laws and new regulations should be clamoring for new laws aimed at the ability to take these people off the street before they commit a crime, get them into prison or psychiatric facilities where they can get the treatment they need before they carry out these crimes.
Absolutely.
Those are the laws we need. Those are the new regulations we need.
Absolutely, I'm with you, Bobby, but I still think the FBI needs to do a much better job at its job. Thank you.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree.